neighborhoods and things from coming from the Democratic Party. And we're going to go ahead and drive into these communities. I said I was going to do a live stream. I'm actually doing it on my cell phone today because I'm not in my studio, but that's okay though. I'm going to be doing more and more journalism, independent journalism out here in the field. Now that the weather is starting to change, I'm showing 43 degrees here in Michigan. It's a beautiful thing. But we're going to go ahead and drive into these distressed, underserved, disfranchised communities and things. So I want you guys to hold tight there. Then we're going to talk about the wonderful things coming from Donald J. Trump and things. I want to give a shout out to Clyde and things like that. Clyde, I forgot his last name, but he's a MAGA supporter. He's live right now. I just came from his channel. I want to give a shout out to Jimmy Trace too. I moderate on that brother's channel. Be sure to check out Jimmy Trace as well. Jimmy is out here in the field too. He's really doing this thing and stuff like that. And we need more content creators that support MAGA to get out here into the community. So, yeah, so therefore, I'm going to put this camera on. I already got it on, but I'm going to show you guys these underserved communities in the so-called Black communities. You guys going to see firsthand how much the Democratic Party cares so much about the Black community. So that's what we're going to go ahead and do. So just bear with me because we're going to talk about it. And we're not only just going to talk about it, but we're going to expose. We're going to expose these hypocrites. Excuse me. Yeah, itchy throat. But other than that, we're going to expose these hypocrites coming from the left. We're talking about failed Democrat policies, right? The failed Democrat policies that was put into place purposely to enrich the politicians, especially on the left. But we're talking about the rhino Republicans as well, too. Both will not escape, right? Because right now, the American people hold the leverage more so than ever before. And I'm gonna go into these ninja-fied communities where you guys are gonna see these ninjas in their natural habitat. And we're gonna go ahead and show that right now. This is the failed policies of the Democratic Party. And live and direct, we're gonna be over here talking about it before we talk about the Trump stuff. So I should have renamed the title, but that's okay. It's down in the subscription. We're talking about the failed Democrat policies in the so-called Black ninja communities, right? Look at it. Wait till we get there, man. This is already looking bad already, but you guys are going to see it worse, right? I'm going to take you into Little Saigon, right? We're going to go into these areas, right, where many of the Democrat leadership do not visit. They don't go into these ninja communities. And I'm going to show you guys, right? You guys, we're going into one of the worst dangerous neighborhoods in the United States of America, where Black death is going on every single day. There's no outcry coming from this wicked party coming from the left, because if that was the case, then we would not be experiencing Black on Black crime, Black on Black death, right? And I'm going to show it to you guys, right? It's better to show the truth than just to be telling the truth, right? I'm going to show you the truth instead of telling you the truth. Boy, I sound like Umar Johnson. Let me say it again. I'm going to show you the truth instead of telling you the truth. We're going to expose the Democrats, right? The Demo KKK rats, and how the Black ninjas are living today. They living worse than a damn rat, right? Look at it. Wait till we get there, man. I'm going to show you guys. And I said, now that the weather is getting nice, my ass is going to be out in the field exposing these clowns, these bozos. I'm talking about the Democrats. Look at how they done destroyed the Black community. I grew up in the hood all my life. It ain't getting no better. It's getting worse, right? And we're going to see it. So one of the worst cities in the United States, the most dangerous cities, right? And you Blacks that want to lick the you know what of the Democratic Party, boy, this is This is what you're fighting for, right? We're gonna show it to you. We're gonna expose it today, ladies and gentlemen. I got time today, Looking at my wrist, I got time today. Fuck it, I'm crossing the line today. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. And that's what is going on. Cause I'm gonna expose this shit. It's something we always known in the black community. Everybody know it, but we're gonna show it. It's better to show it than talk about it, right? These dims ain't shit. Every last one of them, right? Look at their districts, right? And then Sri Tanadar, what that reject, was he Indian descent? Looking like a bad skit off of Saturday Night Live. We're gonna show you guys Wayne County, right? And look how bad it is in these little ghetto neighborhoods. Soon as this train or whatever the hell it is, what I call a train. That's why I'm just sitting here right now. This is the type of stuff where the blacks in unison should be outcrying, demanding the Democrats to do better, right? You got to live with bars on your windows and stuff, right? You got to live with crack houses, abandonment, right? You got to live in an underserved community, right? Dilapidated neighborhoods, blight, and all the rest of this stuff. All of these policies, ladies and gentlemen, is coming from the left. And therefore, I'm going to show it to you, because I grew up in the hood. I got precautions and safety precautions. You know how I do. I always keep my American Express just in case of an emergency is what I'm trying to say. But I'm hyped up today, and I'm also very, very angry because all these years it never made any sense, ladies and gentlemen. How is it and why is it that the black community, right? If there's is any left, that's why I call it so-called, that live in squalor, and not all, but I'm talking about the ones in these inner city ninja neighborhoods, right? Thank you for the light. They don't want for more. They have already are defeated people. They think that Trump is doing this when in actuality it's their own fucking party coming from the left that is doing this. As soon as we get over there, because I'm gonna show you guys, right? I'm gonna show you these projects, right? I'm gonna show you the liquor stores, right? The strip clubs, right? We're gonna be passing one right now pretty soon. Yeah, let me go ahead and get on over here because this is the type of bullshit and why are we dealing with it, right? Why are we putting up with it? Look at this here. Michigan Avenue. Boy, I'm going to tell you guys, this is actually the ghetto, believe it or not. You know you in the ghetto because you're going to see Korean beauty supply places in the inner cities. Blacks don't own anything, and they're a lot. See, the thing about it, the party that they voted for allowed this itch to happen, right? Over to my left, you guys can't see it. Used to be an old sane asylum, and hopefully they'll be bringing those back because we have a lot of these ninjas, right? That have a lot of mental illness. They can't even think straight. They don't even know. It's called Stockholm syndrome. When they identify with their captor, right? This is exactly what it is, right? And I bring to you today, because I'm driving, and I appreciate the comments, right? I'm on Michigan Avenue. For those from Detroit, know what I'm talking about. Shout out to Detroit, and I love Detroit. I grew up here all my life, right? Ever since I was 5 years old. Look at this strip club here, the Flight Club, right? Right over here. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Look at that shadow. This is the hood. And y'all know what I'm about. The hood. It don't get no, why you think they call it little side? That's murder, right? You got ninjas talking about how they from the hood. It should be an embarrassment for many of them, but I understand many black folks like myself were tricked. We believe that the Democrats were the saviors. In actuality, they are what? The enemies of America, right? And the enemies of the black folks, right? I said this once and I said it again. Whatever happens in the black community happens in America, right? Look at the underserved communities. You know, Inkster police and all the rest of them, they don't have a small police force. Then they suffer from what we call when it's when they go into receivership.